Welcome to Truly Heal and our free ozone training. Now in this video we'll talk about bagging, external bagging that you do in order to disinfect wounds. If you have toenail fungus, if you have diabetic gangrene, if you have any open wound that is infected or doesn't heal, or you had radiation and radiation burns. Now, just to say that before we continue, any kind of radiation treatment will be half as dangerous or will have half the side effects if you do the ozone treatment before. If you do ozone rectal insufflation, 2 weeks, 3 weeks before the treatment, your healing phase will be faster, side effects will be less, and you will have half the problems that you had without. A lot of people, when they have radiation of their thyroid and there is dental problems afterwards, by using ozone before, using it for 2 or 3 weeks as a systemic treatment and using ozone oils, you will have half the problems. Now that's what I learned from all the doctors, and I share what I teach and also what we've observed from all the case studies that we've looked at. So, ozone bagging is a very simple treatment, and I have here a refill pack. So if you order 5 of those treatment bags, they come, and you can see internally, if I'm under the camera, then you can see those little connectors in here. So there are 5 bags and 10 connectors that you can set up. In your ozone bundle that you get, you have a destruct unit and you have one of these treatment bags. And you can see it's a long treatment limp bag, as they are called, where you can put in your arm or your hand, tie it off, and then treat this whole area to disinfect wounds, infections, healing, expedite healing. Now, if you would like to use it in another area, let's say over your breast or in your back or your buttocks or wherever you have a problem, you can actually cut it open, unfold it, and then cut out the square that you tape off. So it's not necessary only for limbs. You can use it at any area, but you should not use any other plastic. This is ozone resistant plastic. Now, if you fill it into a normal plastic bag from the supermarket, ozone will eat it up. It will dissolve. It creates toxic gases. You don't want that. Only use ozone resistant material, and these bags are specially made for that purpose. Okay, now the process is very simple. For ozone external treatments, you don't want to put a dry arm into here, close it off and start the treatment, because it can aggravate the skin and it doesn't have the effects as if you take some of your ozone water, and I just take my jar here that we have. Oops, it's plugged into the destruct unit. So I take a little bit of ozone water, fill that into, do you see it? Not on that camera, but you see it here. You fill that into a spray bottle and spray the area that you would like to treat. You can really use quite a lot. And then you go into the treatment bag, tie it off or tape it over the area that you would like to treat. And then you connect to that bag your ozone. Now you can see again, we have the stop valve, which is something you always want to have so that no water or no oil or no body liquids, anything can flow back into the ozone generator. Otherwise it breaks, and that excludes the warranty, which we don't want. So always put that in. You have 2 in your bag. Now, to connect the bag, and I hope you can see everything here, to the ozone, we need a connector. Now these, in your accessory bag, these little connectors, like in the big bag, are included here. So you would open that up and take those 2 connectors out. This one and this one. And we put the replacement stop valve and the clip for the insufflation bags back into the bag. Your bubble stone is in here, your Q-tips, ear tips are in here, so I put that to the side. Now you have those 2 connectors that connect to the bag to inflate and to let the excess go out into the destruct unit. So how do you do that? When you use your bag, or let's say you use it for your foot, and you have toenail fungus, where do you want the ozone to come into the bag? Right above the toenails. So you want the inlet here so that it really goes directly onto the main infected area, and you tie off here because you don't need that whole area inflated. The more concentrated it is, the faster the healing process. So if you have it here, you would put this connector on this position, right? And the outlet should be right opposite at the other side. You would connect that here. Now let me show you how you do that. You mark this position where it should go. Separate the two halves. You can see they pull apart. Do you see it in the camera? Yes, you do. So you pull those two apart. Take the inside exactly to where you need it. I hope it's all visible in here. Yes, it is. And now we pinch with a screwdriver or something like that, a little hole into here so that the air can go through. And you take the opposite and just stick that over. Now I would blow through and see if it works. In case you haven't punctured the plastic, it doesn't work. So you need to have it sealed like this. And now you would put the other down here so that you get shortest circulation. You can always take them out and put them into another place and tape it off. But this would cover the main area for inlet and the other side for outlet. Now let's just put the outlet in for that purpose, and we put it a little bit higher so we can use it for something else. You just put that here into the middle. Do you see that? Yep. Now you punch your hole into it, put your counterpart on top, and now we set it all up. We go in from the ozone generator with this hose, with the stop valve, into this area. We just push that over. And now we take the other area and we take a little bit that can be as short as you need. You know, there is no need for a long hose. The shorter, the better. And you would connect that onto here. And then this onto the destruct unit. And I hope it's all in the picture. Yes, the destruct unit. You just screw that on. You have those lure lock connectors in your package, and that's it. Now, there is another trick which is really, really cool to know, because very often when you put your hand in and it's all wet and everything, you sealed off the upper end. Now you have a lot of air in here, which you don't want. So you can connect your syringe. Now in my case, it won't really work because I have not sealed up here, but you can pull with the syringe the whole air out that is in the bag, and therefore create, like, you know, a tight fit. And then you start your ozone generator and blow ozone into the bag. The excess goes into the destruct unit. And let me just put this all so that you can see the whole flow. It goes in here. Slowly, yes, here. It goes in here. It comes out here at the bottom so that we have maximum flow over the infected area that we would like to treat. We tie it off here. We have the arm or hand or foot or whatever, the wound area, highly moisturized with ozone water, and then treat that for 10 to 20 minutes. Some doctors have done 30 minutes. Some have done more sessions with shorter terms. I think it depends. Some people have very sensitive skin. They might get, you know, an itch, or they don't feel well, or, you know, often it's psychology. It's like I get claustrophobic in there as well. So there is different ways to deal with it. You can do shorter sessions or more sessions, but what you do is you do it on a daily basis. Wash off your wounds with ozone water, put them into the bag, and within no time, skin will regrow, infection will reduce. And if you look at those studies below, if you look at all the people that went through shortly before amputation, you know, toes dying off, foot, hand, gangrene, incredible cases. And then after 4-8 weeks, all healed up and normal skin, you know, why would you do an amputation if you have a treatment like that, which works so well? And afterwards, you can put ozone cream on or ozone oil on, which helps then to seal and protect the wound, help with the buildup of the new tissue, and keep the infections low. A Band-Aid around, and that's it. Now, I've seen miracles, really, people that had incredible conditions that you don't want to look at, and then in a very, very short time, everything recovered. And it doesn't cost you a lot. It's an easy treatment you can do, and you can do it for the whole family. My children, if they fall, skateboard, bicycle, downhill biking, you know, like all of those drama sports, and they have an injury, we bag it with ozone, we wash it off with ozone water, and we do that since years. And it's no scar tissue left, no trauma, no infected wounds, so it's something you can do as well.